Yes, Bishop.
Oh, no more. All right. We thank the ad hoc committee for doing their job.
Thank you, Bishop.
Yeah. All right. Next, Secretariat, can you tell us the next calendar item? Mr. Secretary, can you tell us the next calendar item?
Yes, Bishop, just a while.
Oh. Kung wala na, edi
Temporal economy po, Bishop.
temporal economy. All right, who is reporting for temporal economy? Is there anyone? Oh, wala naman yata. Oh.
Kung wala pong temporal economy, Bishop, conferences.
Conferences. Saan yun? Committee on Conferences. Mahalagang committee ito. Sino magre-report? Sino mga membro ng Committee on Conferences? Wala. Parang wala eh. Those who will approve the recommendations of the Committee on Conferences.
Bishop,
Wala eh.
kung wala pong Committee on Conferences, the Board of Trustees.
Alright, Board of Trustees. Wala rin? Eh, meron kayo?
Nandito po, Bishop.
Sino yan? Ano ngayon? Ano ito? Conferences. Alright, we just approve your recommendations. Come on. Here is Attorney Ray Abdon, Committee on Conferences. All right, give your attention to the report.
Good evening, bishops and members of the conference. I will be reporting for the Committee on Conferences actions. Actually, we had 3 meetings. During the organizational meeting, I was elected as the chair. The vice chair is Reverend Sol Villalon, and the secretary is Ms. Rubilea Leasing. The matters that refer to us are actually 2 resolutions, and 1, the ratification of the 6 annual conferences. It was delegated to us to count the number of votes, the aggregate votes, 2/3. But I'll be reporting only for the 2. So this is a partial report. Tomorrow, with the help of the vice chair, we will be reporting the result of the ratification. Please turn your legislative agenda kit to page 81.
All right, turn to 81.
Okay, this is number 3017 on conference.
Okay, are you there?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is actually a resolution of the mid-pack on what happened during the 52nd annual session of mid-pack last March 8 to 10, 2012. The following are the resolution. 1, a regular annual conference will be created out of the present South Nueva Ecija District to be named South Nueva Ecija Philippines Annual Conference and to the Aurora District as Aurora Provincial Annual Conference. The remaining territory of the Middle Philippines Annual Conference, namely the present Central District, Metropolitan District, North District, will retain the name Middle Philippines Annual Conference. We acted on the the recommendation regarding the South Nueva Ecija District to become an annual conference and the Aurora District as Aurora Provincial Annual Conference. On December 15, the meeting with a total of membership of 62, the number present were only 10. But actually, we had 3 meetings. Before that, before we acted on it, actually, we invited resource persons during the last 2 meetings to speak for or against the petition about the Southwest becoming an annual conference. And there were actually deliberations twice. And then, just actually today, December 15, we voted on it. On the first one, the committee voted non-concurrence to the resolution petitioning the Philippine Central Conference to allow Southwest Philippine Annual Conference to become a Methodist Church that is autonomous from the United Methodist Church. Voting
Non-concurrence.
for the non-concurrence, we have actually 9, voting against 1. We voted up on this, the reason why we voted against the petition or the resolution is because they did not submit the requirements needed for this, for the Provisional Southwest Philippines Annual Conference. So we recommend also that we recommend to the body or to the PCC not to pass this petition that the Philippine Central Conference to allow Southwest Philippines Annual Conference to become, I'm sorry, not to pass the Aurora District to become Aurora Provincial Annual Conference. Actually, this number 2, I forgot this. The number 1, because I don't have a copy, we only gave the copies to the secretary and the bishop. I only have a copy of our secretary. Actually, the first action was about the Southwest Philippines Annual Conference to become a Methodist Church that is autonomous from the United Methodist Church. This is on the page 96, Resolution 3018.
You voted non-concurrence, right?
We voted non-concurrence.
All right. Can someone remind us of our rules? If it's non-concurrence, is it still reported here or what?
Usually, we voted.
Do you still
9-1.
report
Yes.
non-concurrence or?
So our petition, our recommendation is not to pass this petition.
That's what I'm asking. From previous experiences, if it's non-concurrence, they still have to be reported here, or it's dead in the committee.
Actually, the practice in the General Conference is that it's dead in the committee, but
Yeah.
it seems that yesterday, or the other day, we heard that even those that was not passed by the committee was actually reported, and somebody from the floor, in fact, spoke against the committee report. So, for us, it should have been reported.
All right, go ahead then. The next one.
The next one is the committee. This is I was telling you, page 81. The Middle Philippines Annual
Yeah.
Conference,
3017, you said.
3017.
Yeah.
301, from page 81 up to
Yeah.
page 94. If you can peruse from this the petition, they have included the documents such as resolution of the South Nueva Ecija district, and also the proposal, the actually study, that they presented about that they qualified as a regular annual conference. Actually, they met the more than the minimum requirement to become an annual conference in accordance with the discipline, paragraph 543.8. So, aside from that, we ask the proponent to present additional documents such as the present or the actual budget of the district and the actual income of the district in order to compare with their proposed income. And aside from that, we ask also them to present the geographical location of the district. Now, after deliberation and the resource person actually spoke on this matter, 11 out of the number the present were 12 during December 14, 2012. A total of membership 62. The number present were 12. Those who voted in favor of the petition were 11 members, voting against 0, 1 abstained. So, our recommendation, the committee voted concurrence to the resolution of the Middle Philippines Annual Conference that the present South Nueva Ecija district be created into a regular annual conference and be named South Nueva Ecija Philippines Annual Conference, but with a proviso that some churches, because two to three churches actually, like Bethany and Gethsemane, be given an option for accommodation, because we learned that these churches do not want to join the annual conference. So we recommend to the body that the petition to approve, or yes, to approve the petition.
All right, that is the report. So the petition is recommended for approval by the Central Conference. Any questions? Are you ready to vote? Yeah.
Baka may question.
All right, I can see a hand there. Well, go ahead.
Pastor Hubert Igor po from MidPAC, bishops and members of this conference. I would just like to be educated regarding that two particular church, because as far as I know, there are 3 churches.
Yes, that.
So may we ask the DS who are now holding that area to please enlighten us with regards to what specific churches are being exempted from this petition. Thank you.
Just a minute.
Yes.
The word you use is not to what is being accommodated, which means that they may or may not. So,
Okay. Yes, Bishop.
yes,
Accommodated,
so-
Bishop.
So, yeah, be careful.
Yes, Bishop.
Accommodated. In other words, they may or may not be
Yes,
part
Bishop.
of the, yes. Yeah,
Kung ano po
okay.
sinabi niyo. Thank you. po.
Right. Okay. On 3 churches. Well, I think that would only be an internal thing. That would only be an internal thing in this matter. It doesn't need to be discussed here. Okay? Because it's a accommodation rather than exception. Okay, any further questions on this? Yes.
Against.
Bishop Samuel Gaspar
Northern Philippines. I speak against the recommendation to pass this petition. As you can see, our annual conferences are already very small compared to other other central conferences. The annual conferences in the Central Conference of the Philippine Central Conference are actually fragmented already, and we still want to fragment them further. I don't think this is the way we want to go. We are actually creating divisions among ourselves by creating so many annual conferences. I think we can operate more efficiently if we actually merge these small annual conferences, like Cavite and PAC. I was just wondering why Cavite, a very small number of churches, had to separate from PAC. And not only that, it creates operational inefficiency in the sense that even our bishops, they do not increase in number, but the burden of administering these small annual conferences lie on their shoulders very heavily. Also, our resources, instead of experiencing synergy, we do not enjoy this kind of benefit of a larger annual conference. Therefore, I am speaking against this petition.
Oh, gee. Sorry, Sam. I wanted you to stop. I'm allergic to this one. All right. Okay, Brother Rigor.
Hubert Rigor po from MIDPAC, bishops and members of this conference. I understand the concern of our brother, Sami, yet this is our very reason why we are doing this. We want an efficient ministry. Most of you know what took place or what we have experienced in MIDPAC. And somehow this is one way of resolving our, past experiences. And I would like to inform everyone that among the conferences who are present here at our session, I think we are one of the most biggest delegation, 46 delegation. So I think we could consider that in approving this petition. So I am standing in favor of that petition, Bishop. Thank you. Recommendation.
All right. So,
Can I speak?
okay. One more there. Shoni. Is that you? Yeah. Okay.
Shoni Ayo Eduardo, QC PACE. Bishop, meron lang po akong tanong kasi po sa General Conference, kung naalala niyo po yung karanasan natin sa Provisional Annual Conference process, kung saan ang isang annual conference ay hindi natin napaupo agad bilang delegado sapagkat may ruling at may proseso tayong sinusundan sa pagkikreate ng isang Provisional Annual Conference na nararapat lamang na bago i-create ang isang Provisional Annual Conference ay i-report muna sa General Conference, and the General Conference will give that go signal. So sa ganito pong, kung tumpak po ang sinasabi ko, hindi ho ba magkakaroon ng conflict sa isang resolution na nagtatayo ng, naghihiwalay ng isang annual conference into two annual conferences and one provisional annual conference? Can you enlighten us on this, Bishop? Thank you po.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that you are correct. You are correct. I should give the information. The petition for a provisional annual conference for Aurora was late. in getting to the General Conference. And therefore, it was not considered during the last General Conference. So so that is information for you. Only the General Conference can create provisional annual conferences. All right, so
Hindi naman provisional yan, regular.
yeah, and therefore this petition came late. It did not meet the deadline for the General Conference, and therefore it wasn't presented to the General Conference. Okay, that's information. So if you approve this, that means that the status of Aurora will be
No,
in limbo until next General Conference.
yes.
All right,
Did
so,
not pass it.
okay. Oh, that's just information for you.
Bishop, I would like to ask about the proviso being indicated in the petition, the action of the Committee on Conferences, about the proviso accepting Bethany, General Gethsemane, Bethany, and I do not know the others. These are two big churches in the south being given a preferential
No.
option, Bishop. That would violate the procedure or standard of creating annual conference of becoming a contiguous compact.
Tama naman.
It is unfair for the city temple
Just a minute.
because UMCT Bishop is totally submitting itself in this action. It would be unfair to them, especially other local churches who are known as Carmen Group. So I move, if I'm in order, Bishop, I move for the reconsideration of that proviso.
Yeah, will you speak out?
Yes. Actually, the problem there is that you cannot really force the churches. It happened to us in Cavite while the Hope United Methodist Church, they didn't want to join. In fact, they had a petition with I think it was a late petition to the annual PAC, the Philippines Annual Conference, that they will be joining the Philippines Annual Conference. But in fact, their location is actually in the middle of Cavite. So, we could not force them, we could not force Hopala to give us their apportionment. It took us more than a year or two before we had it. So, the problem here, I think, it's more on a continuous negotiation with the churches, but to force them through legislation could be useless.
Yeah. So, as I said a while ago, this would be an internal problem. So, you have enough time to deal with it internally. They are not being accepted. They are being accommodated, right? So, so deal with it as an internal problem within the Middle Philippines Annual Conference, and you will do your best to resolve the issue before the. All right. Is there a ballot? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If there are more questions, I'll put this to a vote. Yeah. If there are more questions, then we have to postpone we have postpone the discussion because there is a ballot to be announced. Yeah. All right.
All right. Ballot number 19. Ballots cast, 398. One invalid ballot. No blank ballots. Votes to elect, 266. There is an election. Torrio, 275.
May we request Mrs. Joyce Torrio to please come down. Dito ka, sis. Dito ka. Yan. Ayos, ha? Okay. Wow. Okay.
Likod ko na.
Wow. Yes, we will have one more. One more.
Let me continue.
Yes. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Okay.
All right. Joey Umali, 172. Siriaco Francisco, 147. Helen Kunanen, 113. Man Ray Mendillo, 45. Manuel Estioco, 38. Let's prepare to take a ballot, and we'll impound that ballot once it's taken.
Please close the doors.
Please close the doors. Heads of delegations, please count your delegates. Tellers, take your positions. Please, it's hard to restrain you, but
Okay. Friends, I know that we are all excited, we are all happy. Shall we be in silence now so that we could have one more ballot? And we expect greater things from God.
Let me remind you that when it comes time to cast ballots, you are only going to vote for one. And if you vote for anyone who has already been elected, it will invalidate your ballot. So do not vote for anyone who has already been elected. Or retired. All right. We're a little irregular here, but tellers, do you have your numbers? Oh, you're getting them. Please, if you're a delegate, and please sit down. And let's see if we can take this ballot as carefully but quickly as possible. All right. Are you ready? Right, tellers? Tellers?
Yeah. Yes. We will request. Eduardes. Eduardes.
Okay, 396. Shoni Eduarde, I'm going to ask you to pray when the time comes.
Later. Later. Bishop, we expect shifting here. Bro, asahan mo yan. Mga 200 plus. Ako noon, hindi mo masasagot lahat. Naka 600 ka agad nung pasok ka agad.